This is the top 5 most obvious Doctor Who plot twists. This ranking was written and created by Mark Donaldson. If you want to read the full article, there is a link in the description. And as always, leave a like if you're excited for the list. Number 5, the Daleks are in the sphere. Torchwood Tower holds 2 mysteries and army of ghosts. Number 1, what's going on with the ghosts and how does it connect to the Cybermen stalking the unfinished offices? And number 2, what's inside the giant ominous sphere in the basement? Well, eagle-eyed and eagle-eared viewers would have already figured this out if they'd have stuck around for the end of Fear Her. The Next Time trailer, attached to the end, teases a big battle between Torchwood, the Doctor, Rose, Jackie, and the Cybermen. However, it also features some weaponry that most definitely does not belong to the Cybermen. We see some civilians get attacked by energy bolts that look and sound very much like Dalek weapons. And then there's the fact that the Cybermen don't fly, so who could possibly be firing at these people from above? The answer comes mere frames later when one of those civilians is zapped and we can see their skeleton as the image goes negative. So it's the Daleks then. The sphere is basically just one big Dalek bump. Still, who doesn't love a good Dalek reveal? Most of their stories literally have their names in the title, so at least this one tried a bit harder. Number 4, Kate Stewart isn't a zygon. The Zygon invasion and inversion is a story predicated on not being able to trust your own eyes. Clara is kidnapped and duplicated by the Zygons, which is an obvious twist in itself, but that's kind of the point, so we'll let it off. And then Kate Stewart gets attacked in New Mexico and is seemingly duplicated by the Zygons herself, except there was never any danger of that being the case, was there? Firstly, we'd already seen that plot point play out in the Day of the Doctor, so what would be the point in repeating it? So while the Zygon inversion appears to be showing us that Kate is dead and has been replaced by a Zygon, we never for a second believe it. We're basically watching her infiltrate Bonnie's extremist Zygons right up until the moment she saves the Doctor from the Zygon trap. While it surprises the Doctor and Osgood, it leaves viewers at home unmoved. After all, was the Doctor really going to kill off the Brigadier's daughter and leave UNIT without its one link to the past? It's also why we didn't believe for a second that Kate, or anyone for that matter, had actually been dusted in Empire of Death. Number 3, the Meep is evil. The original comic adventure by Pat Mills and John Wagner is one of those bits of expanded media that is approached as a holy scripture by Doctor Who fans. It's had several sequels in Doctor Who magazine and Big Finish, and many people went back and read the original Starbeast strip in preparation for the 60th anniversary. Sure, the appeal of the Starbeast 2023 adaptation was to see this classic adventure redone on screen, and sure, Beep the Meep was brought to life wonderfully and completely owned the screen whenever they were on it, whether toothless or bearing those fangs. But the impact of the twist is seriously dulled by how familiar we all are with the source material. And to make matters worse, this big revelation takes place in the most boring looking multi-story car park in the entire world. I mean, come on Russell, not even a mildly interesting quarry? While banking on fans' familiarity with the original story, RTD spent the majority of the Starbeast focused on bringing the Doctor and Donna back together and filling us in on the Nobles' lives for the past 15 years. Fortunately, the domestic drama and jokes about Tuna Madras are just enough to stop us marking time until Beep goes full on Meep. Number 2, how the Doctor survives death. In plotting Series 6, Stephen Moffat gave us a few potential escape routes. The first was the introduction of the Flesh, a corporate tool to clone workers for dangerous jobs. This was also used by Madame Kavarian to clone Amy Pond so that the Doctor and Rory wouldn't suspect she'd been kidnapped. Could the Doctor's Ganger duplicate from the Rebel Flesh and the Almost People return in the finale to sacrifice himself? Or how about that additional regeneration energy gifted by River in Let's Kill Hitler? Could that kick in at a later date once the Doctor was out of danger? And on the subject of Let's Kill Hitler, there was the Tesselector, the Justice Department android sent to capture the Nazi leader, which could potentially be repurposed to stand in for the Doctor. Which of these possible solutions could we see in the Wedding of River's song, is what we all wondered when turning on the TV and seeing footage of the Tesselector plastered all over the recap right at the start of the episode. Well, I hope it doesn't take all the tension out of the story or anything. Number 1, who did River's song kill? In Flesh and Stone, it's revealed that Dr. River Song was locked up in Stormcage containment facility for murdering someone. When the Doctor questions Father Octavian about River's crimes, the cleric tells him that she killed a good man, a hero to many. Well, I wonder who that could be. As if it wasn't obvious enough, River then essentially comes clean to the Doctor and tells him that her murder victim was the best man she'd ever known. However, she can't say anymore out of fear of spoilers, and we had to wait a whole series to have our suspicions confirmed. Despite how many times we fruitlessly paused The Impossible Astronaut to see beneath the astronaut's visor, we knew deep down that it was always going to be River Song. It's arguable that one of the reasons Series 6 can be so frustrating is because it layers mystery upon mystery upon mystery. But if the Doctor was confirmed as River's victim from the off, more drama could have been drawn from the how and why of the murder. It also would have taken some strain off the series' other big mysteries, like what's going on with Amy. Instead, you're waiting for the inevitable reveal of who the Doctor's killer actually was. Agree? Disagree? Let me know in the comments down below, and whilst you're there, please do consider dropping a like and subscribing with the notification bell on so you get notified every single time we post. I released a podcast yesterday discussing the brand new episode The Robot Revolution, along with plenty more content on that field, so please do check it out if you feel you're interested. But for now, I've been Sam, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye!